Hi everyone, I'm very delighted today to be in the company of two of the members of the CrossTech Compliance Council. And I'm very happy to have them because they're not only attending our conference, but they're also leading two of the most important sessions during our conference. And Robin led the B2B payments compliance course. So to start, let me introduce my guest today. I am with Robin Garrison from FirstBank and with Joe Ciccolo from BitAML. So I'm very excited. Let's hear from them, and then I'm gonna give them the floor so they can introduce themselves. I'm so happy to have you, Robin, and it's great. Let's talk to the audience and let's listen, the company that you're representing and the activities that you've been performing here at CrossTech.
Well, I'm very glad to be here, and I also really enjoy being on the Compliance Council. I work for FirstBank, which is a tech-forward, innovation-friendly bank out of Tennessee. And I have been involved in fintech, cross-border, money remittance for, I don't know, I'm not going to say how long, a long time, a long time. And it's just wonderful to be here.
Thank you. We're delighted to have. And then we have now Joe Ciccolo and now we're going to be also discovering all of the different elements in reference to crypto, best practices, and trends. So the floor is now yours.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a delight to be here, and I'm really enjoying the conference thus far, and been involved with CrossTech for some time. Serving on the compliance council.
How long? Can you say the time?
Oh, how can I say the time? It's been several years now. I'll leave it at that. But no, it's really delightful to be here. I've been in the crypto space for about 8 years now, believe it or not. Starting in 2015, I founded BitAML. We provide regulatory compliance consulting to crypto financial institutions. That includes Bitcoin ATM operators, trading platforms, OTC desks, exchangers, and apps and innovations of all kinds.
Great.
So in that time, we've seen a lot of movement. There's been a lot going on more recently in the space.
Agreed.
So we're really excited to talk about that on the panel, talk through some compliance best practices, and really get folks a flavor for what's going on in the crypto space, whether they've been in it for years or if it's something new to them.
Great. So we can have a very good taste of what are the expectations from those discussions. And I think one of the most important things, Joe, and I think you're always addressing, all of these different topics. And there is different taboos, and there's always, there's sometimes people don't want to talk about it. But I think you've opened a lot of very good discussions. And this is not the only time that you've spoken, right? You've been an advocate of the crypto space. So I think we can also try to think of all of the different expectations that our participants might have in that discussion, right? So what do you think are the main concerns, main comments, main information that they would want to know in that discussion forum?
Sure, I think folks that are involved in crypto or want to get involved really want to understand what the risk profile is. What are the compliance countermeasures? What are the technologies out there? How should they be thinking strategically about that and moving beyond the headlines and beyond some of the noise we hear out there about crypto that is in some ways confusing? As compliance professionals, it's up to us to know and recognize what the risks are so we can tailor controls to that. So I want to get above the noise, cut through that, and let folks know what's going on right now in the space. There's a lot of legislation, a lot of movement with the regulators. That's important to keep our finger on the pulse, but it's also important to understand that as compliance professionals, we have a job to do, and we have to see through what that risk is and then provide those countermeasures accordingly.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think one also that Robin opened our first day with leading, like I said before, a very interesting, and actually it was for the very first time, we had a B2B payment compliance course. So Robin, can you tell us a little bit of, what are the outcomes from that course?
We had a great course. We had a lot of, it was a workshop, which was really fun. We had a lot of participation.
Oh, great.
And we decided to take the approach that we were going to discuss the underlying skills of compliance rather than, we did discuss some of the specifics around KYB, but we really wanted to give people the understanding and the skills to be able to find information themselves and build risk assessments and build programs and models. And it was a wonderful conversation. We had people who led compliance programs for the last 30 years.
Wow.
And then we had some new people. And so it was a wonderful mix where we got to just share ideas and talk about some of the emerging technologies and typologies. We had a great conversation about AI and modeling. scheduling.
Nice.
So that was really fun. And it was a wonderful forum for us to just share information and discuss what's going on.
Great. I think it's also very important to just address the way in which our conference becomes a mentoring platform. We become mentors of each other. We couldn't be more excited not only to have two of our compliance council members, but also to have the opportunity to, share your expertise, your backgrounds, and the great energy that you have. You're obviously very passionate about what you do. And, on behalf of everyone at CrossTech, we feel honored to have you on our compliance council and have you here at CrossTech Payments. So stick around and let's have the opportunity to see, to watch, to review some of the most important sessions led by Joe Ciccolo and by Robin Garrison. So see you in the next video.